It is Freedom Friday, the last Friday of the month.
Oh,
How's the month been for everybody?
strong start, man.
Amazing? Yeah, it's
Strong
exciting. It's
start to
different
the
this year,
year.
isn't it? That's right.
It's, yeah.
That's right. Mike, I was so happy to see you last week.
I
Amazing.
know,
Was it
bro.
this week?
I
Was
was
it
so
last week?
glad you were in the audience, man. How cool was that?
Yeah, keynoted that incredible talk, that conference with everybody. I hope you made some really good connections. I know you
Yeah.
always do. We're always
Yeah.
happy to see you in New York, my friend.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to coming back. I may end up being back. Somebody asked me to speak at one of their events that's
There you
upcoming.
go.
So I may be back.
That's it. That's it. Those things seem to build momentum, don't they? When you get up on
Yeah,
stages.
they do. No question, brother.
Awesome. Guys, I want to definitely talk about our topic today, but I want to go through some wins and just get everybody in the right state, in the right mindset. So who's got some good victories this week? Who's got some
Narda's got
blessings?
her hand up.
Narda, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Well, I'm so excited. I actually had two other realtors who reached out to me because we start doing the Circulo in Spanish training on Mondays at 10 o'clock. And, I start talking to them and coaching them a little bit and see if they can join us. So I'm so excited about it. And you're right, every time you start growing the network, you keep growing, growing, growing. So I did that speaking on Monday, and that's the reason they reached out to me. I'm so excited about that too. I went under contract in the other business with two. I got one of my biggest investor building three other houses that doing numbers with him to see how it's going to be the value in the future. And I'm about to grow another side of my business as well. And I'm so grateful that you guys are being inspire me in the entire last year, and it's been so much challenge in my life. So I have 2 more days to finish 75 hard, and in 3 days I'm gonna start again. So that's my
Wow.
blessing, and
Wow.
You're already committed to that next round?
yeah, I'm
That is
just gonna
awesome.
modify a little bit the two time 45. I'm gonna do in one because the weather here is getting a little
Yeah.
crazy and I don't want to get sick. I get sick
Yeah.
last week. And yeah, of course, Mike and I, we were yesterday with the last training here in our old house and celebrating the new people they
Yeah,
just born.
Mike
I
missed it.
like,
He left right before the big storm.
Well, Narda's down here with me. She's talking about the cold here. It's 50
Right, I
degrees
know.
right now. I know that's like summertime for you guys up in New York. But we had our we had our very last boot camp graduation yesterday in the old Alliance home team office at 401 South Roslyn, man. And you know, it was a special moment. So yeah, Narda was there and partying with us.
Yeah, you guys are doing amazing things. Congrats, Narda. Listen, we put together these things. Circulo is new, and I'm so happy that you're taking advantage of it. I want everybody else to jump in as well. Invite people. That is the key. Gap Mastermind, it's there for you guys to invite people into, right? We want them to experience all that we're sharing. And if we keep it all to ourselves, we're not doing it justice,
Right.
right? Who else has a blessing they want to share?
oh,
I'll jump in there if
Please.
nobody, if everybody's gonna be quiet. I'll jump in. I've got some great blessings, man. I got some I've got some great conversations happening, which we'll talk about in just a bit. But some really great conversations happening with some people um, you know, who are even brand new agents, who are excited about growing in an organization. As we talk about agent attraction, I heard Brent say on stage at Build at Sea. He said, if I talk to a $10 million producer, $20 million producer, I don't care if they're $100 million producer. He said, if they're only focused on production and they tell me that they don't want to recruit, they're not going to be a partner of mine. I'm not even, I don't even want them as a partner. He said, because you can sell real estate anywhere, but this is the best opportunity for you to have sales production as well as agent attraction. You're leaving so much on the table, and it's a selfish endeavor for you to only be focused on sales production and not attraction. And he said, so if they don't want to grow an organization, I'm not interested in partnering with them. You guys can partner with them, he said. And that was like a very crystallizing moment for me, man, where I was just like, wow. I don't know, many of us would, it's like, you know what it reminds me of? It's like, when you're a newer agent and you hear about agents turning down listings. I was talking to one of my partner agents just this week, yesterday or 2 days ago. And actually, you guys know Alexis Diaz. Alexis Diaz was saying that she turned down 3 listings last week. Three
Wow.
listings. Meanwhile, there's other agents who are out here like begging somebody, please let me list your
Take
house.
anything,
You
right?
know, right? I'll take anything. And so I think we end up doing that with agent attraction too, right? I'll take anything, you know. And many of these agents, if you've been in the agent attraction game for a while, you've seen people come in with excitement and then they fizzle out. They don't do anything else. So anyway, I've been talking to some builders, actually a couple of three three former NFL players who are they've already signed up to get their license.
Wow.
And
Did you use sports
yeah,
and entertainment to get them in? Sports and entertainment division?
one, you know what? One of them I did not know was a former NFL player. I think he was only in the league for like 3 years. And through conversation, I mentioned, because I'm always dropping seeds just to see where they plant. I mentioned he knew that I was in real estate, whatever. And and I mentioned that I'm one of the founding members of the Sports and Entertainment Network at my brokerage, and I just kept going talking about something else. And he goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, wait a minute. What did you say about your brokerage?" I said, "Yeah, Sports and Entertainment Industry Network is something that we just started. I'm one of the founding members, and I'm really excited about that." And he goes, "Mike, I don't know if you know this, but dude, I played in the NFL for like I was like 3 or 4 years, 5 years maybe, I don't know." And he's like, and I've also been thinking about real estate. And so you're telling me that there's a sports and entertainment network that I can plug into if I was to like get into real estate and join your brokerage? I said, absolutely, man. I'll show you the ropes, introduce you to the right people. And I'm sure you know a lot of the people I need to know. And he goes, oh man, we gotta talk about this. And so that conversation happened. And I texted him maybe later that week and I said, hey, you want to continue that conversation? He's like, oh man, I'm really busy right now. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Excitement, but the fizzle, right? Uh, and then I spoke to him again because I brought him some business, right? Focused on growing his business while growing mine. I brought him some business in his current business. And he goes, hey man, I want to continue that conversation about real estate. And we started talking. And once I started talking about the rev share model, it was lights out. I sent him the model explained, told him to watch the 3 videos. He watched the 3 videos, and he had EXP insomnia, man.
That's it.
He couldn't he
That's
Once he
it.
saw it, he couldn't unsee it. And
Man,
he
so
truly is like on fire now.
that's it. All right. Now's the time. You
Yeah,
cultivate it. Now it's the time to close. You
that's
drop
right.
some good stuff. Man, you drop some good stuff there. Spread that
Yeah,
seed, right? And see where they sprout.
that's it,
That's
man. I don't know when you want to officially start the call, so I'll let you
yeah.
continue
I
with
mean,
blessings. What?
I do want one more blessing from somebody in the group. So somebody just unmute your mic and just jump in and share with us,
Hey guys, what's going? How's it going? I can share real quick. I don't know if
please.
I shared it last Friday, but I got super excited about the call and we basically what I was doing is reaching out to leaders that I want to build with. And we reached out to a leader that told me he was happy where he's at, but he's like, but I'm open to see because at the end of the day, the brokerage isn't mine. He's basically building an expansion brokerage for another broker. And we got us a meeting with Leo and everything and Tony King. So if he moves over, it's about 70 people. But the conversation went with, hey, I'm not interested. Hey, I don't want to hey, if it makes sense and the numbers are right and the opportunity's right and everything's right and so on and so on, I may consider it. And then I was like, hey, well, before we go into detail, I want you to pray on it. I want you to talk to your wife about it. And if you're in, send me a message and then we'll go from there. And that night, he reached out to me and he's like, hey, my wife's in, let's talk. And then, I mean, we set up a meeting for about a week from now when the mastermind's gonna happen here in San Antonio. And I'm pretty stoked because I mean, it was just picking up the phone, somebody I hadn't talked to in about 4 or 5 years. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna call him. Somebody I would want to build with, somebody that I'm pretty confident can get us to 100 agents because he's gotten his brokerage to 70. And we know we can double him up. And the conversation was plain and simple. I called him. I was like, if he answers, good. If he doesn't, let's see if he calls back. And if it's not, it wasn't meant to be. So right after he didn't answer, he texted me. Hadn't talked to this individual in a minute. And then from there, we jumped on a call. And I was like, hey, I'm honestly going straight into it. I'm looking for a leader I could build with. You interested? And then from there, it went on there. So if all works, I mean, it's about 70 agents that would be making the move. So make those calls, guys. Make those calls. You'll be surprised. Yes, even if they're happy. So,
That's it. Pick up the phone and ask. Guys, if you
yep.
missed Mario's session last week on Alliance of Tractors, you guys gotta catch it. Gotta catch it on the recording. It was absolutely fire. I rewatched it. It was so damn good. So damn good. Thank you for blessing
Thank you,
us
guys.
with that.
Thank you.
Guys, huge. Mike also said, give business to get business. Think about that, right? What type of referral are you looking for? What type of referral would be best for you? You go out there and you find out what it is that these guys want, you give it to them, and it's just natural for them to give back. And Mike also said, bring Mike back on, man. Mike said, make sure they know about RevShare, right? Make sure they know about that side of the business because, as Brent said, it's the best opportunity in real estate right now. The best. And it's a shame if we bring people on and they don't know about that side of the business. Okay. And they don't know the network that we have. So we're going to jump right into global growth. And I know you guys, maybe you guys know, but EXPs, we're growing everywhere. But I think the global growth is at 66%, something like that. It's absolutely amazing what we're doing globally. And who else is doing it like we're doing it? Any other company out there? The franchises?
Not that I know.
Right? Where the franchises are owned by other people. They're selling the master franchises, and then you got the individual owners. Nobody's really connected. It's just the same name that they're pushing, but there's no financial alignment like we have. So we have something special, like 29 countries. We got to leverage that, man. Listen, people move, jobs move, and real estate follows. And that movement's global. So we need to know that. We need to be on top of that. And we need to ride that wave too. Take part in it. So who's out there building globally right now?
Hey Vince, good morning. Good morning,
Good
everybody.
morning.
Lucy here. Yes, actually, I just transitioned one of my admins from administrative and ops to getting her license here in Florida at the academy. I to the director of international, and I've got two other people getting their license. One's from Mexico and one's from, I don't recall where else, getting their license. So that could be directors for those countries. And I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but I went boots on the ground in 2021 when EXP Colombia opened up, and I've been through all corners of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But, global is the new local, right? And that's why my Century 21 company had the name International. My organization now is Q International because I love international. I believe in it. There's more real estate outside the US than in the US. And so many people are moving to Florida from outside the country. I mean, we're like, even the West Coast where I'm at, Florida, we are, between the three top cities, we're inching up to the numbers that Orlando and Tampa has for foreign investors.
Right.
So
Track
I'm
that
ready.
movement. Where's it coming from? Where are all the people coming from?
The top three countries, obviously, Canada, Mexico, and Colombia. You guys know I'm a proud Colombian. I have no shame in saying I'm Colombian. I'm 100% Colombian, 100% American. So yeah,
Let's go.
Colombia is there. Peru has a lot of people coming, and obviously, Mexico. Those are the top five countries.
Like, how powerful is it to know that? To
Yeah,
have that knowledge and not only that, but to have access like we do, right? What
yeah,
does it mean to be out there and be global minded? And Lucy's right, the world is shrinking.
yep. And the other thing is, everybody can go pull the NAR International Report. It will blow your mind. $23 billion came into our real estate industry because of foreign nationals. 69% of them buy cash. They got money. Their money is green, you know, and they don't care about interest rates. They're the best market proof buyer. They don't care about interest rates because, for example, in South America, interest rates are always 12%. Always. Forever and ever and ever. They're 12% annually. So it's a great market.
Actually, it's 18%. 18% as well. Yes, and different countries is different.
Right. We're
Numbers.
talking about Colombia mainly, but yeah.
Yeah, in Peru 18, Ecuador about 15, I believe. Yeah.
There you
Wow.
go. They're the best buyers. They got cash. They don't care about interest rates. They all have, they're good. You just have to have a vision for that.
That just means that the US is on sale for them, right? So
Yeah.
so think about it. Serve that relocation, right? Inside and outside your market. Run that referral machine globally, not just locally. And have that network built out. Like, how many of you guys know somebody from EXP in another country? How do you connect with them? How did you find your partners? Your potential co-sponsors in other countries? Anybody have a method they want to share?
One of my biggest ones is go to events, man. For those of you guys who are looking at going to EXPCon, don't forget we have EXPCon Global now. So we have, there's South Africa, there's Paris,
Yeah.
there's what is it? What is it? Australia or something like that? I don't even remember.
Yeah, we got Vancouver this year, Cape Town, and Paris. Those are the
Paris, that's it.
international ones. And then we're going to Utah.
Yes. Or you
Next.
can just go
Salt
into
Lake City.
yeah.
That's it.
You could just go into the EXP world and talk to the country leader to connect you with, top producers out there that'll co-sponsor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and to add to it, guys, the co-sponsorship is crucial. I went right when we came back, we went to the Scottsdale event and we were like, oh, do we go back? Do we not? Do we go? We do not go because we're onboarding 100 agents to EXP. And we went and we met an individual that has now co-sponsored with me or had me as a sponsor with 5 agents just this month because they want to be part
Wow.
of Global Alliance and Next Gen, what we're doing over here in San Antonio. So go to these events. If y'all are down in San Antonio, Texas next month, let us know. We're gonna have a private mastermind on the 10th of the morning. So let us know. We'll connect. And I mean that co-sponsorship really, like I think about going to Scottsdale, like just meeting this one agent that's now sponsored agents with us organically, like that in itself would change your revenue share business because it's another like-minded leader that's already with the XP that doesn't have the support and doesn't have the line that we have with Global Alliance. And I mean, we're growing together. He found that leader, and I found that leader that wants to run together and build. So those relationships can really help you elevate on that revenue share business. So make
Yep.
those
Be that
connections, guys,
local
not just with
leader so
random
that you
agents.
You're right, man. Be that global leader so that they have somebody to align you with, right? I have a co-sponsor opportunity with a team of 20 that I did not know here. And I met through the co-sponsor, right? Co-sponsor reached out to me, hey, I need some local support for this team. That's me, man. Right? And that's you guys. So be that local leader. Rebecca, jump in. You had something to say?
I also have something to say. I also have something to say until Rebecca comes in.
Go for it, Maria.
I agree with Mike, right, about going to these conferences and getting to know the leaders or other agents in internationally, right? But let's say you can't, you're not able to go, right? So there are other things that we could do, and I think the power of social media. These agents in other countries are eager to connect with us here in the US. We are like God for them. So use social media, connect with them. What I do is I found the leader in the country. I follow their posts and everything that they're doing, and then I ask them to connect me with the leaders in that particular city that I want. For example, I connected with the leader in Ecuador. I'm proud Ecuadorian. I'm 100% American. I'm 100% Ecuadorian too. So what I did, one of my agents closed in a city in Ecuador, and through that leader, I was able to connect to other leaders in other cities in my country, right? So what I'm doing, I'm building that relationship with them, and I'm spreading the word that I want to expand my business over there. So I already know who to co-sponsor with. That's what I'm doing right now. But also in the past, what I have done is with my VA help and assistant, we go online to these major franchises, right? Like Keller Williams, Remax, they are also in other countries. They are in Ecuador, they're in Colombia. So I have a template, an email, and a WhatsApp template, and I just reach out to them. I get the phone number, I get their email, and I reach out to them. And I copy and paste. I send tons of that. Not everybody answer, but there are a few that do, and they're open to listen to this new company that just arrived to their country. They want progress. They want something new. So they're open to listen to what we have to offer. And they respond, and I just do a three-way call with the leader in that country.
What is the opening that you have for them, Maria?
The template that I use.
Yeah, just what's that first message?
I can look for it and I can share in the chat, but the approach is we just open up in the country, right? We're looking for agents to partner with, and I put it like a growth, like an opportunity for them to growth, for us to growth, and they like it. They like that approach.
Beautiful.
And if they want to know more about it, respond to the email, and they do.
So simple and something that every single one of us could do, right? We could all pull the videos and the slides for that specific country. We have access to that, don't we? So you
Yes.
get a little bit of interest, you send out that information, and then you have somebody to partner up with them locally. And that's it.
Fuck, I forgot my backpack.
All right. That was awesome. Thanks, Maria. Great tip.
Hey, Vincent.
I'm
Rebecca.
gonna share the template, but it's in Spanish, translated.
Translated. All right. Rebecca, what's going on?
Hey, I love all these ideas, and certainly like what you're doing for Ecuador. I remember when I did that similar thing, a little different, but in Puerto Rico, and we were able to grow that group out there. But one of the things that I noticed, yes, going to events matters. I went to Barcelona last year and was able to meet and connect with a lot of agents that were from all over the place. They weren't just from Spain; they were coming in from other countries, and one of the things that I should have done, so if you get a chance to go out to any of those events, is do a podcast. Take, just simple equipment, nothing fancy, your own phone, maybe a few little mics, and go prepared to interview them. They love that. And you get to connect with them on a deeper level. The other thing is they love chat groups, WhatsApp chat groups, because they're international. And because much of the world doesn't have their own MLSs, they really rely on sharing, developments and properties and things like that. And they want to know about your properties here, and they want to share with you their properties there. You get to connect with them on a personal level when you do that. And then you build that stronger referral partnership. So, once you start meeting a few people, just create your own international chat group and keep connected with those people. Invite them to invite their partners, and you'll watch that group grow. And I'm in a couple of them right now, and they will ask simple questions. The other day, someone asked what we thought about luxury presence. Well, I have a connection with Ancient Image. Maybe I can get you connected. And so there's, even if it's not directly real estate, but you create a connection, and there may be an opportunity for a referral in the future. So it's all about building those relationships. So I love all these ideas. They're all good. And we just got to learn, see the opportunity to keep building on those things.
Such good tips that we have here, right? Mini podcast. Go out there with intention when you're going to these conferences. Get them on these interviews. Share them. Let everybody know that you have this network. And then create those chat groups. Create those chat groups or jump into an existing chat group and be the US rep. Be your state's rep in those chat group. You know how they say what is it, the happy hour people? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Yeah.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's the spring market somewhere in the world. It's the spring real estate market. It's popping, right? Know those places, get connected in those places, and do some business in those places, right? What else do we have?
Hey, cool. I don't know if I wanted to just give you a quick reminder. I have a doctor's appointment at 9:30, so I didn't know if you wanted
Yeah,
me to.
jump in, Mike. Jump in. You got some stuff to share.
Yeah, yeah. So I was asked to share some stuff this morning on the call, and it's 9:30. So I'll go very quickly and just give you guys like just three highlight points that I believe is working best for me as far as agent attraction is concerned. Um, so number one is content. Somebody said it earlier. I think all of these things we've kind of touched on earlier, but content is king, man. You have to be putting yourself out there. One is, we focus so much, especially from a sales perspective, from sales production, we think about market share, but I want you to think of content as mind share, right? By posting content consistently and being in people's feed and being in people's story, they see you. And so when they see you, they think of you when it comes to either real estate or opportunities. And so if you're traveling, so think about this, if you're traveling and actually going and doing the things that we talked about, like going to the events, or you don't even have to travel far from home, wherever you are right now. If you go to these real estate conferences, if you go to these speaker events, if you go to EXPCon, whether it's Salt Lake City or you go to Cabo, there's three events that I know that I'm going to be at every single year. It's Cabo, it's Build at Sea, and it's EXPCon. I know that. I know that. My audience knows that. They expect for me to travel. So when I travel, I make sure that I'm hitting content while I'm there, because it's just like, when you're sitting at home in the wintertime, those of you guys in New York and you're snowed in and you see us on a beach down here in 75-degree weather, 78-degree weather, you're like, dang, I got to get down to Florida, right? And so when people watch your content and they see you in all these other places, they're like, dang, I got to find out what they're doing. Like there's something about this whole EXP thing that I got to figure this thing out, man. So content is the number one thing. Secondly, that content leads to communication. So communication is key. Having these, rather than communication, I'm going to say conversations. Having conversations, being open to having conversations, Making offers. I teach a social media class in boot camp that we do at the Alliance Group, and one of my pillars is conversation. And I tell them that, like, you have to connect with people and be open to making more offers. Your content can make more offers, and these are usually brand new agents, and they're looking at me like, "What do you mean make offers? How do I make offers, dude? I can't make an offer. I don't even know how to sell a house yet." I'm like, I'm not talking about writing an offer. I'm talking about making an offer. For those of you guys who saw me watch me on Facebook, I posted earlier this week, and I said, "Who wants to meet me for coffee in Winter Park this morning? DM me if you want to." There's people who started commenting. There were people who were DMing me, "Hey, I'm not there today, but let's catch up next week." Some of these people, they want to buy a house. Maybe they want to sell a house. Some of them are agents. Some of them are at EXP. Guess what? That could be a potential co-sponsor. So are you creating offers to create conversations? And then lastly, community. There's a number of things that I'm doing for as far as building a community. I have my Leverage Lounge podcast. If you guys haven't listened to that, if you are a busy entrepreneurial agent who is looking to scale your business and you're just kind of starting to realize that you're the bottleneck in your business, like you're growing, but you're not really scaling in the way you are kind of getting in your own way, or there's a lot of things that you're trying to do. And it's kind of starting to feel like Groundhog Day. Each year, you're kind of hitting the same level of production and you're just not breaking through to that next thing. Usually you're the bottleneck. And so I'm talking to heavy hitters, large producers, and people who have large organizations, um, uh, and who have used leverage to scale to that next level. And so those are great conversations to be a part of. But I have that Leverage Lounge community now. So I'm creating community through inviting people to my podcast, and they become a part of my Leverage Lounge community. Now I'm building their business. They're also able to build my business. I have something that I've created called the Breakfast of Champions. You guys may have heard me talk about this before. I have a curated experience for about 10 to 12 agents each month, where I treat them to breakfast, a high level breakfast. We're usually at the Ritz Carlton. Valet parking is included. We take care of their breakfast, and we have a really high level conversation. And this is brokerage agnostic. As a matter of fact, the only EXP agents who are able to come are agents who have agreed that if we attract somebody, that I'll be their co-sponsor. Right? Otherwise, it's agents outside of our brokerage. I want to hear from other people, and I want them to see that this is a great place to collaborate and share. So I invite them to share what their best practices are, what's working for them, and what also more importantly, what's not working for them. When I ask them to share what's working for them, I'm taking notes. But guess what? When they tell me what's not working for them, I'm also doing what? Taking notes. And then I'm following up and asking, is there anything that I can do that can help them with that piece? Or maybe I know somebody who's already figured that piece out, and would they be open to having a conversation with them to help them figure that out for them? Right. And so those are my three, man. Content is king. Conversations happen every single day, and you have to create offers in those conversations and then create community and build around that.
3 pieces of gold. Mike, thanks for sharing all those things. I know you have an appointment that you're running
Yeah,
into, and you wanted to jump in here and add a little bit of value, and you've done that
absolutely.
so much. Breakfast of Champions.
Thank you,
Who's going to take that idea? I love that.
Thanks, guys. So see you
All
guys real soon.
right. All right. Thanks, Mike. Content, conversation, and community. All things that we could do. Nothing that was said today is something that we can't go out there and apply, right? It's not like rocket science, right? It's just a little bit of action. I took a conversation with an agent in Australia, and already with EXP. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I got a partner, and this partner is also licensed in New York, but our license held with another company." So we jumped on a call with that agent, and that agent ended up joining my team. So I have a team member that lives in Australia, licensed in New York as well, now with EXP in both countries. And we've got about $8 or $9 million in listings coming up from her. Right? Just because she's like, I've had so much business. She spent 30 years in real estate, maybe 25 years in real estate in New York. And then life moved, right? Life moved her over to Australia, and she's like, I don't know what to do with this business. I haven't even told my clients. I haven't told my network that I left. And all that came from a conversation. So go out there, have some more conversations, and man, magic could happen, right? Who else has something to share on our international growth? Who's doing something that we could all learn from?
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm in a very rocky area, so that's why I didn't want to speak up just in case I sound robotic. But my name is Garcia. I'm from Austin, Texas. I'm under Mario Victorica, who is my sponsor and has been amazing. I moved over to EXP in November. I've been an agent for 6 years now. The reason that drove me to Century 21, I work with a lot of international clients, and one of the strategies started joining more of these global, especially nada
You
que
are
ver. Like
popping in
there's,
and out.
it doesn't compare. Oh, tell me.
We only caught part of that last piece.
Uh, okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay, told you guys. Sorry, that's why I didn't want to chime in. I have a lot to say though.
No,
But
please.
yes, I was saying that I am under Century 21 Espanol, because those are the ones that I believe have more value to gain from EXP than where they currently are, because the leadership, the training, this alliance, it doesn't compare to what I had, in my opinion, obviously, right? But so that's what I'm doing to attract my fellow Century 21 colleagues to just come back. I mean, to come make the move like I did.
That is huge. You guys have to understand our feeder markets, right? The feeder brokerages that just, EXP is a no-brainer if they knew about us, right? So Giovanni, you shared some gold right there. Like think about who are these companies that if they knew about EXP, it would open their eyes, it would open opportunities for them. A lot of it is the franchises out there, right? They're stuck in
Mm-hmm.
the old model. They're on an island by themselves, even though they have this big brand behind them. They're not connected at all.
Exactly. Exactly. So,
Right? Giovanni, jump in anytime. Jump in anytime. All right. Nada, what do you have?
The last a few months ago when I went to Miami, I did actually what Rebecca was mentioning. I did an interview for all South America representative, including DR, and that was amazing. I keep in contact with them, and I do every quota training with my lender how to do international business like buying here in United States, because not everybody's educated on that. We use the channel on Facebook, so we are increasing. We just started. We just did 2 times. We're gonna do again next month. And it's something that is resulting not just for agent attraction, also EXP name goes out because we mentioned that we are international. You can trust us, international way because we have a person that you can face, which are, obviously the contact from the representative in each country, that they can trust you because there is a lot of crazy things around and say, hey, I'm realtor in here in Orlando. It's like, no, the people, at least in South America, they're afraid of. So it's a little more than trying to transmit confidence and also give them peace of mind that, we are real and this is a business. So we train how to do international business with one of my lenders currently.
Huge, like so you're pretty much making yourself the expert, right? You're putting it out there that you're the expert for on international business, even though you might not be doing the training yourself. You're bringing the lender in there to do it, but you're borrowing it. You're borrowing that expertise. Pedro, jump in.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. I just had a great call with Veto this last week, and one of the things that really stood out to me, we were discussing growth, and she put it in my head. She said, you really have to embrace the fact that you need to be a world-class inviter of everything that's going on. And that really sunk in my head. And I do reach out, I do post content, but maybe I'm not inviting enough. Maybe I'm not really putting it out there and embracing, hey guys, this is so many things out there that you could benefit from. Let me invite you from one friend to another that wants to grow with you. I may not know you like that, but I see that you're putting in the work. I see that you're doing this. Maybe you need some help here like I do. I want to invite you to this event or this class or this mastermind that it can help both of us grow and elevate our business. So it's just that thing, that little shift of mind. So I guess that's just what I really took, and I'm embracing that, but I'm also being intentional about um reaching out through my stories and how I communicate to agents directly or indirectly through stories, a little bit more engaging type of stories as well on social media, maybe stories that create a conversation or post a question or even create a poll that could relate to people, that produces engagement, or at least gives me an idea who's watching so that I can reach out. It's kind of like throwing a little, not a hook, but it's more like, hey, maybe this person relates to this that I posted. Let me reach out and see how I can be of service.
That another huge tip, and Mike touched on it as well. Just have that content out there. The closes become so much easier because they already get to know you. I had somebody sign up this week that was like, I've been researching for a while, right? I've gone into the social media. I've watched a lot of the videos. I see how you support your group and stuff like that. And it was an easy conversation. It was an easy conversation. So Pedro said, be a master inviter. What are you inviting people to? Do you have things? Which event are you going to and you're going alone? Bring people with you, right? So you invite the people to the events, the trainings, systems that we have, but you could also invite them to people, right? If you're not the expert, let me introduce you to somebody. I've got somebody, and we already have them in our group. It's just that we all need to get to know each other. We need to tighten up this group, get to know each other so that we can refer and co-sponsor people together. Everybody's open, be open to those conversations, right? So for the rest of this hour, what are we going to do? What's the action item that you're going to take from here right now that you could put into action in the next, let's say, 10 minutes?
I'm going to put together a list of everybody who I'm going to invite for a very exclusive monthly dinner. I'm going to do it through Reach for all the people that I'm recruiting. I think that that's a great deal, and it could be very high end, and we spend money, and it'll be great. I think once a month will be great for that. I think that was a really good takeaway. And then
Dinner for champions.
pay for it. Yeah, for champions, like real champions. You know what I mean? I think that's big. Great use of time. We can put everybody in the room one shot.
Yeah. I spoke to an agent, he's already with EXP, was with another brand before, and he built his entire business at conferences. What he would do is he would throw a huge party, free, bring everybody in there just so he could be that referral source. And then every night he chose who he wanted to have dinner with. Super intentional. And he was like, just for the purpose, he's like, you would be surprised what a steak dinner could do for your business.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Who's got something else that they're going to apply from this call? 10-minute first step.
I'll go again. WhatsApp.
Go.
The WhatsApp reach out. Definitely biting that from Maria. So, I'm going to be doing that on an international level, I think. And I know a lot of us travel a lot, whatever, over borders. I think that's going to be really powerful as let's call it like a New York resource group. New York is famous, right? All around the world. Everybody wants to know this, that, or third. And if we have our VAs, for example, monitor that group in addition to us and put some key people in there, I don't see why people wouldn't join that group. That would make a lot of sense. And then obviously the outreach is something that's real plug and play for the launching in new countries and whatnot. Because EXP isn't reaching out to everybody in their DMs on WhatsApp. So huge opportunity.
Right. Unlock your city for everybody else, for the 29 other countries that we have.
Correct.
That's huge too. All right, one more, guys, before we wrap up. We want to give you the 10 minutes so you could get into action.
I mean, post international listings, why not? I'm getting a lot of people contacting me from Mineola from Portugal, because Mineola is now the new little Portugal. And in WhatsApp chat, social media, when I mention Mineola, oh, that's little Portugal. And my goal this week is to post actually some marketing strategies from Portugal. So that's my goal for the month of February. You'll see.
I'm going to keep an eye out for those stories. All right, but another great one, guys. The world is shrinking. We've got a global real estate business that we're all running. Right, take advantage of it. Check out Live, Lyve. Is that it? Live.com. That was put together, launched by EXP's, probably still in beta right now. But it's the first of its kind. It allows agents, it allows consumers to search globally without having to jump into a separate country's portal. We have that. We created it. We own it. And we didn't call it EXP Global Listings. White labeled it, right? Or whatever it's called, live.com. 243,000 listings on there right now. That's something you could show off. That's something that we have. That's something that we put together. All right, guys. So much value today. Thank you for all the contributors for sharing what's working for you. We've got an amazing community here. Let's lean into it. Guys, this is Alliance Attractors. Let's go out there and have a great last Friday of the month. Take care, everyone.